Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Why does Ashru sit up on the couch?
That's more like it.
Go ahead.
One slurs as I miss parts. Ramming speed. Yes, this is more. Present a united front. Let's have a ball. My turn. Lightning, echoing song.
Peace.
A symphony of cannon fire!
Just don't get stuck in the barrel.
Fearless.
My power is immense! It is time to slay our foes with one almighty
This calls for some pomp and ceremony.
annihilation is nigh!
Our performance has yet to conclude.
The tide's changing.
I dance for you, my dear!
Bow your head.
It is time to slay our foes with one almighty
Calls for some pomp and ceremony.
Silence. Cut.
Good lord, always forgetting your lines.
Be humbled.
The final act is upon us.
Take a moment to rest.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
This is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? Better get me some alpacas. Hiya. This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from
All things come to an end. Even time itself.
Error.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Where do we come from? And where are we going?
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Great question. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, turns out...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem...
Understood.
Well, everyone,
Plan approved.
Okay.
The Frost Moon.
and the rest of... No objections?
Wait.
Everyone says things they were...
A very...
Heh.
This plan cannot...
We shall indeed. Also,
It's not often I get called so... In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right. I know your full name. It's...
the walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. Ugh, I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise? Oh, does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little good, my whole business in Notcry is gonna go down the drain.
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kovaki, and then never went and used it all up at once! Never lost so big an...
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set? And
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari. Deal?
you're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
Oh, don't forget. Ta-da! See here.
Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it? Aha!
No, that's Mage Alice. I passed this on to the Dendro. Anyway, took him long enough. Miraculous. So,
Surely it
could be.
fair enough.
Or, maybe either way. Huh?
Paimon's
Well, they're always gonna be Alice, husband, and more than that. No one. Oh, that? Don't be thinking of my priority.
all right.
I do say so, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs?
Traveler, Paimon. It's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Durin, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings, however, come with some troubling implications.
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the Fausterdology. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become today. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued existence. Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. In my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the Reihir of Solnari either.
Oh, that's news. So, that's it? We can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the Three Moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off shortly.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
All right then. Stay safe.
Annihilate.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock.
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis, this that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. And for me, this gentleman...
Hey everyone, guess I should introduce myself. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard work.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbine.
That's right.
Yes.
But it's what everyone... I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people.
You're different.
You're more perceptive. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall
Is that because hatred...
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without you...
You're welcome.
Friend, he betrayed me.
Okay. You see? You're torn. Now you know what...
I need some time.
Of course. Actually...
You mean the harm...
Yes. I always thought that... And even now...
Clearly,
I feel a little... I see the guilt that you're feeling now. Because Have you noticed that the
Huh.
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you would...
You will?
They needn't be...
That doesn't matter to them. You can't control the...
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's!
Not too long.
Are you nervous about...
Quite the opposite. When I was awakened by... But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for my restless...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such...
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to...
Looks like I'm...
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay?
I struggled to settle down at... Please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a Meanwhile,
Excellent. It won't hold him much longer.
No sense.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hut.
Got it! Be careful, traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take every ounce of strength.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your...
I wouldn't be so...
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
Move!
It all adds up.
Futile! The moonlight!
Observe.
Great move!
Steady now.
Forest, protect us.
Let me help you guys. Big threat!
The moonlight betrays you!
Can't hide the truth. The deception.
Poor lost land. By the frostmoon of old.
The moonlight! It's all futile!
Close your eyes. The long sleep beckons.
Pathetic! Hunt them down! The moonlight!
Can't hide the truth.
Futile!
Lush as the moon. With one heart, we pray. Stay your hand.
Seek within.
Began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
The moonlight betrays you. Move!
Be silent.
The moonlight betrays
Leave this
you.
place.
It all adds up.
Water jet!
Move! The moonlight.
Receive my blessing.
Can I?
Betrays you. Move! The moonlight betrays you.
Poor lost lamb.
Move!
Close your eyes.
The moonlight.
everlasting forest. Forest, protector. It all adds up. The deception ends here.
Move!
Futile!
Beware the creatures of the night.
Steady now.
The moonlight
Branches of
betrays
song.
you.
No more lies.
It's all futile!
With one heart, we pray. Leave this place.
Hunt them down!
Seek within.
Pathetic!
Water jet!
Futile! The moonlight!
Can't hide the truth.
Pathetic!
It all.
Can't.
Futile!
By the frostmourne of old.
Be silent.
Your little game of heroics is over. Who wants to go first? No. Get out of my sight!
No! We've been separated!
For the take!
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
Run to hide. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lama! Can you hear me?
Silence.
The voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Stalling him. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come. Wipe out!
It all adds up. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Go! Bombs away!
No more lies. Seek within. It all adds up. No more lies. Hound.
Destroyed and reborn.
I've got this! The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
Your death is within my grasp. Run, nowhere to hide.
It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
Water jet!
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here. Shameless. It all adds up. Seek within. No more lies.
Go! Yeah, bombs away!
The deception ends here.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two.
Nefer, your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be... And then...
But that dust will plague your... Come on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they...
You don't fool me. I have to stoke his... You fear what you... You cannot...
Is that well?
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power... I've seen it before!
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using Pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open!
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine.
It's not.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer. It's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I—
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were—
Even so. In business terms, I suppose.
I'd be hard-pressed.
Still, I had hoped—
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how I'll send full— My dear friends, we have fought—
The moon will remember this day. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their power, and since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should tell you.
You're right. There's no damage. That's a relief. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kuthar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were.
Friends.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep?
I'm doing all right.
Phew!
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting. We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect time!
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait! Where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon. Turns out that...
Yeah, but...
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda?
Oh! Did you hear that?
You bet!
Sure thing!
The Raker of Solnari. No. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people, perhaps. What else is left when everything you... If you're worried, it's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my... Oh, look at the Ibis King. He's never brought it up. Why else would he give me the... Well, his response, did he really think I'd fall for that? So that's enough. He's a prison. He lives in... It's preposterous. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you... Good. If you ask me, for example... So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, when you find yourself in a situation you can't control, if you understand what's at stake, very good.
Oh wait! Now that the pact, after all that...
Huh? Am I...
So,
Don't. Although...
if he's
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. I must thank you.
Why come and ask? That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the Curatorium.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary.
How?
You're a curious case, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you... You did it for Sum...
It was empty land. Disasters are capricious things. They strike. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. It was something I looked. The tech people handle.
It's a pity that...
So?
But surely you...
You don't get it. Just thinking about...
Thank you.
For...
And the pendant.
Oh, that.
Seems like we've both...
Yeah. So long.
That would be your mother, father, and...
Yeah. Though, it's not like my sister can't help me now.
Not everything.
Yeah.
Well, that...
Oh, absolutely. You've got a lot...
I appreciate the...
How have you been holding up?
You don't need to worry about me, Grandma.
What?
You played an end sometimes.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight. For the work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot, which is where the confrontation took place. The alchemical array absorbed his then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif, given his history with Rarir...
It must have been a...
Absolute. He was torn between... Anyway.
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so...
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. Look at all those calculations.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of that. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming, and writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy. Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally? As a friend?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been such a waste.
So, that's where the formulas in your notebook are from?
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, 'cause I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin, two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them, but it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true, the apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be. Dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their older years. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt
to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his dream? Difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Doesn't surprise me. You share one thing in common, after all. You both want to be the savior. The only difference is, your dream came true, and his, well, he wasn't the one who made it come true. I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in the labyrinth of his own desires. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful of it, seeing the way it had affected his closest. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued tirelessly with its work. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift, this time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. But the actions of those fools had nothing at all to do with Alain. And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world? Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life, ambitions to have a successful career. They didn't want to see all of that taken away in one fell swoop. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos, to stop them getting quietly swept away by the storm. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact same answer as you did. No elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work. He was always that way. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.
Where do we come from? And where are we going? The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish. All things come to an end, even time itself. Where do we come from? And where are we going?